Hi, everybody. This is Saad for the Sad Truth. I'm back from my family vacation and ready to resume the battle against illiberal, illogical, and irrational ideas wherever these may be found. Today, I thought that I would spend a few minutes discussing the latest installment of the Anthony Weiner saga. Some of you might not be familiar with the story, so let me just give you a brief summary. He is a former politician who is married to Huma Abedin, who's the right-hand person of Hillary Clinton. I think now Huma Abedin decided to separate from her husband. The reason being that Weiner has a proclivity of engaging in online chats with women, and specifically a penchant for sharing images of his manhood. Apparently, that's frowned upon in marriages. Go figure. But in any case, what I thought that I would do today is discuss, what it is that he thinks he's achieving in engaging in this behavior. I mean, you would think that if he's doing this, it's because he thinks that the women with whom he's communicating are appreciating those images. And so is that true? And if not, why would he be failing so miserably in this particular communication strategy? And so here I will refer to, I guess, two ideas. One, both in some sense could be linked to evolutionary theory. So first, I'd like to bring up theory of mind. So this is the idea that developmentally speaking, children develop theory of mind in a natural manner, whereby they start learning to infer the intents and the beliefs and the preferences and the actions in the minds of others, right? And so they're no longer, if you like, stuck in a self-centered state where they actually at some natural point begin to infer what might be in the minds of others, and hence they have theory of mind. And so there is good evidence that children who suffer from autism oftentimes exhibit a lack of theory of mind. And so in that case, it would be the inability to infer what is in the mind of others and to act accordingly. And so how do we link this to Anthony Weiner? Well, I think he is, in a sense, succumbing to a violation, or he is exhibiting a lack of theory of mind, specifically when it comes to women's sexual triggers. What he's basically doing, and here's the evolutionary part, he's basically thinking that which turns him on as a man must be the same as that which should turn on a woman, right? And of course, we know that visual sexual triggers are not equally effective in arousing men and women. This is why, if we look at the number of strip clubs that exist around the world that are targeted to men, whether it be targeting heterosexual men, in other words, having female strippers, or whether it be targeting gay men, meaning we have male strippers, it is always or almost always the case that it is men who are the consumers of that particular commercial establishment. Notwithstanding the fact that women do go to strip clubs, but the dynamics and the reasons for doing so are very, very different. And so what Weiner is basically doing is he's saying, well, I mean, if I find images of female genitalia arousing, and if that's what gets me in the mood, then I assume that that's exactly what must be the case for women. And so Anthony Weiner truly does not understand female sexuality. Now, that doesn't mean, of course, that women don't appreciate or are not aroused by visual imagery, but I can promise you that women will not turn into insatiable love machines simply because you send a photo of your penis to them. Incidentally, I did a study published in 2003 with one of my former doctoral students, Tripat Gill, where we looked at gift giving in a variety of ways. One of which was we asked men and women to tell us why they think, why do they give gifts to their romantic partners? And then we asked them to tell us why they think their partners give them gifts. And what we found is that men were blissfully poor at understanding the ritual involved. In other words, they thought that the exact same reasons why they gave gifts to women are exactly those that drive women to give men gifts. So if a man gives a gift to a woman because he wants to have sex with her ultimately, then he assumes that that's why a woman gives him a gift. On the other hand, women were much better calibrated in understanding the dynamics of that ritual, and that they understood that the reasons why they give gifts to men are different from the reasons why men give them gifts. And here we explain the idea that it would make sense from an evolutionary perspective for women to better be able to understand the dynamics of that ritual. If every woman were to fall victim to empty promises of a man who tells her, hey, here's a flower, now let's go behind the bushes, I will love you forever, let's have sex, that would probably not be an optimal strategy for mate choice. And so in the exact same way that men in this gift-giving context were quite poor at reading the intent of women and how those might be different from men, this is exactly what Anthony Weiner is doing. He is exhibiting a profound lack of theory of mind within the mating domain, right? He is thinking that all I have to do is point the iPhone to my crotch area, show the woman in question all of my glory, and she's mine. Well, it takes a bit more to convince a woman to come your way. So there you have it, folks. Evolutionary theory is relevant wherever and whenever you wish to understand human behavior. There is nothing that we do that somehow exists outside of our biological heritage. So there you go, folks. Please spread the word. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Cheers.